Hey y'all, out here chilling in nature again. Yeah, can take a little walk and we'll we'll see what happens. Yeah, you guys are gonna come with me. I got some things with me, so it's gonna take my time a little bit. Hope you guys are doing well. It's a beautiful day. So like grounding. Groundedness. So a lot of times where, like me personally, uh, it's a little bit more difficult for me to ground is when I am not myself. And the thing is, I kind of talked about this yesterday. You realize, or if you have the awareness to realize, when you reach outside of yourself, you're not being authentic to who you really are. And it is, let's say, okay, let's say your whole being agrees with elevating, and you do something that basically devalues your character. Yeah, that would sometimes cause you to be ungrounded, especially if you know how you are. So let me see if I can find a place for my phone to chill out and kinda, let's see if I can make a little stand right here. The sun is, let me see if I can Jeez. Yeah. So we're out here. Got some tea. Enjoying the morning. I always try to wake up with a remembrance of what I'm doing, who I am, my mission here. The things that I need to focus on, right? Just refocus every day, and there was this video, I didn't post it, but it was basically talking about like people that want you to stop or like not go down the path that you want and that's made for you. And whenever you're going through anything, it may seem like you're a victim or something like that, but no, it's not true. It's not true. What is true is that these are challenges, because people can only attack things that are weak within you, unless you're protected from being attacked in those places. Those are places Spirit allows you to heal on your own without interference, right? But one thing I want to say is, like, if you're ever going through like spiritual warfare or anything, the last thing you want to do is panic. Panic will send you into a state of anxiety. It's like a downward spiral. So when you feel yourself like panicking, whether it be through, if people don't understand like what spiritual warfare really is, it doesn't have to be like magic. It can just be the people you're around. Because say you have a friend group, and this friend group is quite rambunctious, and you don't always get along, and say you're coming with your authentic self and people are beating you up or like saying this is not you, you know, that's spiritual warfare, you know, gaslighting, all that stuff, you know. It doesn't have to be like spells and stuff like that. Black magic is basically somebody speaking ill, you know, the spirit of any low vibration spirit, you know. And these can work throughout anyone, so it's important to be aware of which forces you're going against when you're talking to people, or if you're even going against forces, are you okay to even be there? You know, you don't want to put yourself in a space to where you're enduring spiritual warfare on a daily in front of your face, because it's not like you can get away from those people unless you actually move, you know. Things like family, friends, and stuff like that, you know. I know it can be hard to cut them off and stuff like that, but we have to think about our own quality of life, you know. Is this what we really want to feel? Is this what we really want to do? Are these the people we really want to surround ourselves around, you know, type of thing. You know, I'm very aware of who and what type of energy I'm around. So I tend to go to places that allow me to keep my peace, because ultimately that's the quality of life that I need to feel like somewhat decently fulfilled, right? And when you're in those environments, they're like, growth is hard. Like, for instance, I was at my parents' house, and you know, I love them. I love all my family, but the energy was stagnant there, and it got to the point to where I was so like lazy, and I was like, nah, fuck this. Excuse me, but I was like, nah, I'm doing something. I'm getting up. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. You know, I refreshed myself in every morning I could to try to improve my quality of life, even though that there were energies interfering with mine. Every place we go is basically like um, we're sent there, right? So we have to understand what our purpose is there, you know? And I feel like my purpose there was to learn how to um, basically transmute stagnant energy, energy that just is doing nothing, and turn that into something. Um, it's not the easiest, and honestly, it's some of the hardest energy I've been able to work with, So I advise people, if they're in that situation or around those types of people, separation and going back into hermit mode, um, and just really analyzing what they want their quality of life to be, because you feel your own emotions first. Nobody feels them first. Nobody else feels them first. You feel it first. So if you're mad, you feel that first, right? Is that the way you want to feel? Is that the way you want to feel? Because every day we wake up with a choice, and that choice is love or growth or, stagnancy, sameness, mundaneness, things of the other, but it's always up to you what you choose on a daily. Everybody has the same 24 hours in a day. You know, it's okay to make mistakes. As long as you know where you want to go and make the effort to get yourself there. Mistakes are needed for growth. So, a lot of that is just not panicking when you make those mistakes, not taking it too hard and really learning on what you really want instead of that, and taking time to either fastly or slowly. It's up to what pace you want to take. Don't rush yourself through healing, because it's not a race, it's a marathon. So it's all about taking the right pace with yourself to where you feel comfortable, but but at the same time you feel the push to become better. Yeah, I'm gonna clear the energy. I got a little horn, and this is my friend's. I don't know where they got it from or anything, but I like it. It's very cool. I used to play trumpet, but I'm gonna use it to clear the energy. Alright, Mother, thank you for this day. Allow me to clear all of the negative energy from the space and from everyone's space that may be watching this through this sound. May the frequency of the sound free them up and allow them to have awareness of whatever they need to. Alright. It might suck a little bit because it's been a long time since I've blown a horn, and I was blowing it earlier, so my lips are a little bit like, I can feel like the muscles kind of like, being worked out. So. Excuse me. My breathing is not the best right now. My breath control isn't the best, but we gotta do what, we gotta work with what we have. So. I'm gonna pull a few cards and see what we get, but I just came to say, give that message to whoever needed it. So yeah, it's a daily choice, you know. We either choose love or we choose to devalue ourselves every day. And you know, love is bringing value to our lives always. Love is the truest thing on this earth. It is the truth. It is understanding. It is overstanding. It's understanding. You know, everything in this world other than love and truth is really an illusion. You know, whatever keeps us confused or in a box to where we feel like we're in a prison, you know, that's the enemy. That is the enemy. And it's important we focus on the force that heals us, even when the enemy is attacking and trying to get us off our paths. So, I'm just gonna pull a few cards. So, we got Four of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the Tower. So, I don't know who this is for, but it's like somebody was trying to hang on to money and possibly was buying time, and through that they created a tower from this attachment to whatever this money is. Seven of Wands. Let's see. So it's very well possible so the Seven of Wands is like collective. Fighting. What's going on? We got the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, this is just showing me that, you know, it's important to defend your sovereignty. You are this Queen of Pentacles, you know, and you have a lot to offer the world. And the divine has a lot to offer you. So it's almost like defending and growing into sovereignty and defending both your aspects, male and female, is going to bring you into this path to where you have something of worth, actual worth, not material worth to offer, and through that, God will have more to offer you. So it's like an Ace of Cups situation. Like, for you to have that Ace of Cups is to basically always be receiving and giving, and it's a life of freedom. You know, I look at free will like there is no free will. You know, I see it as something that you allow yourself to do that takes you off your path. The more you evolve and the more you elevate, the more you realize that that connection with the divine is autonomous, and you don't have free will. Your free will is basically the will to make mistakes. But that doesn't make it wrong. It just allows you to grow in those areas, if you see it like that. There's no wrong or right. There's only the right path for you. And that right path looks nothing like anybody else's. It's embracing the true self, which is linked with love and truth. And these attributes are linked with the divine. And a lot of that takes uncovering, sifting through and doing a lot of shadow work so you can see that love within yourself and start to project that love on yourself and the world. I feel like it's important to fall in love with the Creator, for He gives us all things. Yeah, everything is borrowed. Everything comes from the divine. So that love that you have is only there because of the divine. And we tend to take the Most High for granted, when we are going through difficult things. And it's hard sometimes, It's just important to remind yourself the only reason you're here is because of the Creator. Without the Creator, nothing would be. And you wouldn't even have a mom to birth you, It's like, how much can the Creator give us to help us understand that everything here is part of us. Everything we need is inside of us. It's like I was talking to my friend yesterday. It's like, highly spiritual people when you deny the flesh and you give to the soul, you're assimilating the things that you want outwardly. So, like, say you want love outwardly, you would assimilate that and create that within. Say you want abundance, you would assimilate that and create that within. There's many different emotions that bring about abundance, and a lot of people seek outwardly for those emotions. And the thing is that anything that comes from the outside is fleeting, but what's always in the inside is there for eternity because it's who you are. You know, I am that I am. I am not God. I am a God. But I bring myself to humility to know that I would not exist if it were not for the Creator. And His creation should be taken care of, not only by Him, but by us, We are the caretakers of His creation. We are His creation, we don't have all of the authority over our life, obviously. God does, but the authority we do have is to make choices within our life. We can choose to align with ourselves, our true selves, which resides in truth and love and discernment, right? Or we can choose to align with the not-so-self, the outside world, what the world considers, normal, like it's like the world considers deficiencies a normal thing, but these aren't normal. This world is created to destroy the divine image we all have, and it's up to us to fight with peace and love and truth to reclaim this authentic part of ourselves, or parts of ourselves, that bring us back in integrity with ourselves, which in turn aligns us with the Creator and divine light. It's important to wake up and remind yourself, excuse me, Hornet, can you not bug me? Literally? Alright. Alright. Those things creep me out. They kind of get me in a fear mindset, but yeah, they just look weird and intimidating, and they're just like, oof. Yeah. Anyways, it's important to remind yourself you always have a choice, and it's important every morning we wake up to allow ourselves to choose and choose consciously. So when we know when we go and do those things that do not align with ourselves, we have awareness of it. It's very important. And I give all praise, glory, and honor to the Creator. Anything that people praise me for, people do for me, or anything like that, I give all of that up to God. Because He has brought me through all of these struggles and all of this tumultuous path, for me to have this insight. And it's not fair that I keep all of this, whatever people praise me for, to myself, because the Creator sent me down this path. I asked for it and He gave. The only reason I am here is because of the Creator. Nothing comes above, nothing comes below. He is the one, she is one. You know, whatever you believe in. I try not to knock people's beliefs because I know we are all made in the image, regardless of what we believe in. What connects us to the source is that truth and love and integrity in that. So, that's just what I wanted to say today. It's just a reminder that every day, like, even if you have temptation, you know, it's a reminder that you can get through it, you know. And this is also a reminder for myself. The things I go through on a daily, you know, I have to make hard decisions, and some, you know, are wrapped in emotional ties, you know, and sometimes you have to look past the pain and look at all the joyful things, you know. Look at what God is doing in your life and not the enemy, you know. The enemy is there to distract you. It's to put you off from what you're really here to do. And ultimately, in all walks, what we're here to do is spread love, truth. It hurts, but it feels good once you're seated in it and you're rooted in it. Every level, every level we go up, you know, we feel better and better and better. It's important not to forget that this is the Creator's game, and what is used for bad on your path, you know, whatever the enemy may be doing towards your life, will always be flipped to a good thing through the grace of God. It's important we realize this. Oof, please stop coming towards me. They think I'm a flower. Excuse me. It's important to always take time to remember this, you know? We're not consumers, we're creators. And to create the blessings in our life, we need God's blessing. So we always look towards God, for He is the healer. We don't look at the perpetrator or who's doing what. I know it can be hard because I've gone through hard things, you know, where it's hard to focus on the good, on God, you know. It's all about refocus. Like, your focus and where you put your focus is where your energy grows, where your energy attracts. And what you feed into is what you become. What you eat is who you are. What you consume, mental, physical, and spiritual, is who you are. So if you're always looking to God and consuming His food, His daily bread, you'll become that image of God, you know, throughout time. You know, it's not a race, it's a marathon. We don't have to move fast in this. We just need to process what we need to process to understand, to understand, to overstand who we are and our authentic selves. And that is, you know, truth, love, integrity. That is the image of God. That which, you know, when this image starts to become more and more alive, you can flip negatives into positive, you know, and that's what I call alchemy. It's a really simple thing. Once you get the hang of it, it's not something that comes through learning a skill from a book. It takes mindfulness and dedication to the self, and knowing that everything is for you and not against you. It's all to make you stronger within your own integrity. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys showing up, not only for this video, but for yourselves, you know. So I need to start giving pats on my back for showing up, even when it's hard, even when, you know, I don't want to, or like I feel like it'll be difficult, you know. We did not come here for an easy life. We came here to grow. And if we really want growth, we'll do what it takes to have it, which is sacrifice. You know, there's a lot of things that me personally I need to process and pretty much sacrifice my ego self. And really recalibrate into my soulful self, you know, because in reality nothing here matters except the quality of life and your walk with the divine. Everything here is fleeting, you know. The only thing here that stays is you. And if you so choose the connection with the divine, it will never leave you. Even when you're far away in darkness, the Creator, the Most High, is with you. He could never leave you. He's here to help you grow from within. I love you guys. I hope that you choose yourself, and that you continue to go on this path of bringing light to that darkness within. And through doing that, you will inspire others to do so too. Just like negativity can start a wildfire, love and integrity can start one too. We're not here to be puppets. of darkness. We're here to be signals and beacons of light to show the people the way. So whatever is creating that darkness, we have to have the courage and strength to look within and illuminate, understand, understand, overstand our own selves and where things come from, and bring light to those situations, bring love to those situations, bring love to that self that felt unappreciated as a kid, that didn't get the love he got as a kid. You know, a lot of things to where we blame others for our pains. You know, it's not their fault. They didn't know. Like our parents, you know, they didn't know what we needed on a soul level. They provided what we needed on a material level in most cases. So in terms of childlike pains, you know, it's really giving yourself the love you never received as a kid, and that goes for every version of yourself. There's an aspect of love that is missing that we have to give ourselves, because without it, you know, we are always reaching out of ourselves, and we are always in that lack mentality. You know, there's no lack other than the lack of awareness of what we need to feel good and have a good quality of life. And that is the self, and the self is love and truth. I love you guys. I wish you the best. God bless you always. And don't let anybody take you from what you're doing. Even if they don't understand how you're going about things. It's not about them. It's about you and your relationship with the divine. It's not about me. It's never been about me. It's always been about my Father, my Mother, in heaven. They want this for us. It's never about us. The only time it's about us is when we need to integrate these things. And then it becomes more about God and what He brings. Because we're going to give all of the energy that comes towards us, that praises us, that lifts us up in a certain light, puts us on that pedestal. God's children give it all back to God. We don't need it. Those are material thoughts and aspects. You know, we're not here to boost our egos. We're here to love. We're here to love. There's nothing else worth doing. What matters as much as love? I can't see a single thing. I love you guys. And I am grateful that my Lord has led me here through all of the pain, through all of the struggle. He is beautiful. Without Him, without the Creator, without the Most High, I would not know the grace and the love of anything. This is something we naturally understand as kids, but we let the darkness in, and slowly by slowly we reach out for the world to satisfy us, and it never does. I love you. I hope you see the love in yourself and the love that God gives you on a daily, and choose yourself on a daily. I appreciate you for doing this, not for me, but for God. Everyone needs Him. We're stuck in a world of consumerism when we are creators. We aren't here to satisfy our needs from outside things. Everything is eternal, internal. We see the world by our own reflection. The world is a big mirror of who we are. And if you really see it like that, you'll understand where to make the corrections in your life. And I pray that my Lord gives us all the awareness we need to, and the compassion we need to, the love, the truth, and the honesty with ourselves we need to have for ourselves. This is an age where people are lost, and some are not found. They don't know that they have God right here within their midst. They don't feel Him. They don't look at Him. And even if they know they're spiritual, some people are still reaching out for things, in this world that devalue their character. So they end up on the other side, the dark side of spirituality. I pray that these people are all lifted out of bondage and confusion of what and how they are. I pray that they know the God within, and they start to understand the God within and the God above. It's time we stop ignoring ourselves for the world, because we are the world. The only reason the world exists is because we are here. Like I said, God created the whole world and created us. But without this world, we wouldn't be here either. It's a co-creation. I pray that all of us are led back to the light, the spark, and the creation, the Most High, Lord and Sovereign Being that has created all things through His grace and light. In the name of Yeshua. Amen. God bless you guys.